This is my update for this IndieGOGO website where you can go and post your idea and see if you can get any funding. So I have posted um, a request to look for some funding for Bottled Intentions. And my update is finding out that Bottled Intentions has now got over 9 million listings that come up if you do a search on Bottled Intentions. So the product is heavily branded, and on the top of what comes up is the global mind shift. So if you look at the words and how everything kind of settled, like, to understand the global consciousness is to understand how the World Wide Web works. It's like the web bot. When you can read what the conscious mind is talking about and how they're reacting, you can kind of see what's happening. And but you're going to be biased as you view the data. So it is a matter of, you can report the future of being half full or report the future of being half empty. I choose to look at things always from a positive perspective, and that creates something positive. So what I found really, really positive is the fact that out of all of the types of things people are saying about Bottled Intentions, the very one that rose to the top was a global mind shift. And that's exactly what the product does. Is it has the potential to shift and heal the entire planet using water. And then right below that was the Dragon's Den, which I went on that show. This is to prove that Bottled Intentions works beyond a doubt. I had the intention of going to the Dragon's Den for free publicity. The show is based on some dragons that want to get rich off of basically taking most of your ideas. They'll let you have a little bit of your money for your own ideas, but they want to have all of the profits for themselves. I happen to totally disagree with the whole entire concept. I went on the show basically to for the free advertisement, but at the same time, I knew what they would do to me, which is I was the nut bar of the season. If you want as much advertisement from a show like that, um, you don't want to be like their best idea, because then you end up getting funded and people forget about you right away. If you want to get publicity, you pretty much need to be called the nut bar. So because that's how they advertise their show, they used my spot to advertise their show. So they didn't realize, but they were giving me more and more advertisement the more they used me to advertise them. And I believe if you Google Dragon's Den, there's something like only 4 million hits, where Bottled Intention has 9 million hits. So my advertising worked better for me than it did for them. Plus, because they use negative energy, it means that negative energy is going to come back like karma towards them. And I'll only ask, do you think it's really a good idea to call anyone a nut bar that's trying to start a new business? I mean, we got an economic challenge right now. Big corporations like the dragons have taken over our businesses, our communities. It's sort of like Walmart, that anytime Walmart came into any community, a lot of small businesses were forced to shut down. So that forced an awful lot of unemployment, and that lowered an awful lot of wages, because if you are not making the wage of owning a business, if you had a successful business, you now pretty much have to only go and work for minimum wage at Walmart. So, um, I'm not in agreement with this big corporate takeover, and I really truly believe the only way you can stimulate economic systems is by starting small businesses. But this Dragon's Den show, which was, had a lot of government people working with them, felt that it was really good to set an example that if any Canadian wanted to start a new business, we're going to, call you off the bat and nut bar. If your idea is not something that these dragons think is a good idea, they're going to call you a nut bar. So they are the Walmarts, and you are the small business that is concerned with community. The dragons will see a bad idea in anything that's good with community. So that's what the government is trying to manipulate through television and media, is that small business is a bad idea, that only a big corporate structure like Walmart or a franchise, something greedy that puts all of the money in their pocket, in the few and not in the many. Um, so anyways, that's my update. Is I'm really, really excited to see that Bottled Intentions is so well branded. Um, it has a name, 9 million hits on Google. That's very, very valuable. That tells me I'm on the right track. I'm also scheduled to do some radio interviews. I have some programmers now. We're just waiting to get set up to get started on some websites. Um, Taking applications for anybody that wants to get involved in this project. It's massive. Um, and if we all worked at it together, then it gets done faster. But and it's not even about collecting 1 million bucks. It's about connecting the right people that can do the job without money. It's a matter of set yourself up in your own business as you try and help my business out. And mine isn't even a business. Mine's a nonprofit that funds everybody else's business. So it's like the first few that can set something up helps everybody else get set up. It's about raising community. It's about bringing your community back to you and getting rid of these Walmarts. So everything's looking good. There's my update for this week. Peace out.